So after a ton of rumors and much speculation, DJI's long-awaited Osmo Pocket 4 is officially available. But as a longtime DJI Osmo Pocket 3 user, I'm even recording this A-roll talking head footage on it right now, and I have been doing for almost a year on the channel here. Is it worth the upgrade, and will I be upgrading to it myself? Let me tell you what I think about DJI's latest addition to their pocket camera lineup. So first, obviously, if you were considering buying a Pocket 3 and you did not yet pull the trigger, now the Pocket 4 is available, I feel like you should just go ahead and buy it. They're both incredible pieces of kit. Like I said, I use my Pocket 3 for every single video I make here on my YouTube channel. It is that good. The quality is fantastic. But the Pocket 4 is a little bit better in a whole bunch of different ways. First, well, it has the same 1-inch CMOS sensor, same size of CMOS sensor. The new Pocket 4 sensor has improved dynamic range, boasting up to 14 stops and true D-Log capability, which is pretty nice to have. From the sample footage I've seen online, this improved dynamic range does result in a very minor improvement in video quality versus the Pocket 3. The Pocket 4 can also capture 4K at 240 FPS, which is very cool for extreme slow-mo footage. And it does have a 2x lossless zoom and a couple of new buttons that actually can quick trigger that lossless zoom. Right on the front of the Osmo Pocket 4 are two new buttons. One is that quick zoom button I just mentioned, and another is a customizable control button, so you can use that to, say, pivot the head on the Pocket 4 so it's automatically facing you, or a myriad of other customizable controls. You just change that within the settings. The Pocket 4 also has an improved joystick, which is more accurate and allow you to dial in more tactile and precise focus and adjustments when you're pivoting the gimbal, which the Pocket 3's is not bad, but it's definitely a little bit jerky, so this is a welcome addition as well. Talking about the gimbal, the Pocket 4 boosts Active Track 7.0, which is apparently an improved version of Active Track 6, which is on the Pocket 3. I've never really had issues with Active Track 6 on my Pocket 3, but there have been instances where it's lost tracking if I've moved too quickly, or if I've quickly darted out of frame and back in again. Apparently, that's been resolved and improved on the Pocket 4. There's also the ability for the sensor to pick up gesture controls on the Pocket 4 to start and stop recording or change different settings on the fly. I really don't know how often people would use this feature. I guess if you're standing far away and you want to trigger the start of a recording, that would be quite helpful. But as somebody who tends to talk with their hands, I would probably accidentally trigger quite a few gestures, and I would probably end up turning that setting off myself. There's also improvements to the audio setup on the Pocket 4. It includes 4-channel recording with spatial audio and audio zoom, and does include the latest and greatest version of DJI's little microphone, lavalier mics. The one that came with the Pocket 3 was great. I don't use it anymore because I traditionally am using the Pocket 3 in a studio setup, so I have a Rode mic on it, but these are super great if you're outside or running and gunning. They work super well. And there's a slew of other little improvements in the Pocket 4 as well, such as faster charging, longer battery life, unless of course you're using that new 240 FPS function, which you're probably going to end up with the same battery life because it's such a much higher fidelity record rate. And there's also 107 gigabytes of built-in storage, which is pretty cool because the Pocket 3, I've always had to swap in and out my SD cards, micro SD cards at that to capture on it. So this is pretty nice. But when I did my review of the Osmo Pocket 3 some time ago, and if you haven't seen it, I'll leave it linked below so you can check it out, there are a few things with the Pocket 3 that DJI has seemingly not improved here in the Pocket 4, which begs the question, why not? And is it really worth upgrading if you've already got a Pocket 3? DJI has always marketed the Pocket line of cameras as the ultimate travel vlogging companion. But the Pocket 3 and also the Pocket 4 lack weather sealing. So these cameras aren't really as rugged as you would think they would be. And it seems odd that despite making the footprint, so the actual size and weight of the Pocket 4 slightly larger, slightly heavier, they've done nothing in terms of improving the weather seal capability. That is a huge missed opportunity in my mind. And similarly, I don't see anybody talking about DJI making any improvements to the gimbal itself. The gimbal, in my experience, is super, super fragile. Again, it's part of why I use it and my home office to record A-roll because taking it on the go makes me a little wary sometimes. Even just taking my cage on and off of my Osmo Pocket 3, occasionally I bump the gimbal and it just pops right out of position and starts moving around. And it would not take very much to put too much pressure on this and have it break. That again is another missed opportunity in my mind. And of course, we've got to address the elephant in the room, and that is the fact that there have been a lot of rumors of a Pocket 4 Pro coming to market in not that long of a time. I don't know the validity of these or whether they're real or not. I've seen some mock-ups though, and they show like a 2-lens system on the Pocket 4 Pro, potentially coming like later this year in the summertime. But ultimately, because of these rumors for a Pocket 4 Pro and the fact that the Pocket 4 itself is not exactly a groundbreaking improvement versus the Pocket 3, I'm probably going to hold off a few months to upgrade and see if this Pocket 4 Pro comes to fruition. Because if it does, it might be the one worth actually getting. But as always, let me know what you guys think down in the comments below. Do you want the Pocket 4? Do you already have your hands on it if you're an early reviewer? Or are you a Pocket 3 loyalist and you're going to stick with it for the time being? Looking forward to hearing what you guys have to say. And thank you as always for watching. We'll see you again soon in the next video.